Hi, this is Camille from my Junk Journal Heaven. I was all ready to make Christmas stuff and found out I'm not ready yet. I was mentally ready, but my papers aren't ready yet, so I'm not going to be making Christmas stuff today. What I want to do is make something that I saw someone do, and I will find her site and put it in the information area. What she did was kind of cute, and I thought this would work nice to do it, and it would be a fun thing to do. How is everybody? This is Friday night for me. You won't see this till next week, but this is Friday night, and we had rain yesterday. A good rain, which we needed. We are in a drought here in Alabama, believe it or not. It's muggy, but it's a drought. My son has a pond that's probably, one of my sons has a pond that's probably about 1 acre, and his pond's almost dry. I don't know how deep it gets out in the middle, probably 5 or 6 feet deep, maybe a little deeper. Might be 7 or 8, I don't know. Never been out there. Don't want to go in the pond water to find out. But there's lots of fish out there. There's catfish and, oh, this is a directional paper. Well, that's all right. It'll work anyway. There's catfish and bass and all kinds of fish out there. And it's been a drought like this before, not quite this bad. He said the first year he was here it was pretty bad, but since I've been here, it hasn't been this bad, but it's bad this year, and his pond's almost dry, so we're glad to get a little bit of rain. But what's funny is those fish have nowhere to swim, but as soon as the pond fills up again, they'll be back. They always come back. I don't know what they do, if they go down in the mud and just kind of hibernate when it's like this or what, but they come back. I'm kind of hoping they all come back, because they have one that they call Junior Junior. It's a white catfish. I'm sure he or she is an albino, but they had a white German Shepherd named Junior, so they named this fish Junior Junior, and it's been there for a long time, so I hope it comes back. Okay, what I did was, I wasn't telling you what I'm doing. I have a 8.5 by 11, which it's not, but whatever you end up doing, because you take off the edges if you use this kind of paper. If you use 8.5 by 11, whatever, but you fold it in half so that it folds over like that. You don't want to fold it this way. I guess you could, but it wouldn't. I don't think it would work as good. So you fold it over this way, then you fold it into thirds. Now if you get it a little bit too far the one way, you can kind of trim it if you need to, but this looks like I did pretty good this time. So then what we're going to do, or I'm going to do, is, and don't mind my yellow fingers, I have a tank printer, and I got new ink, and there's a little plastic thing at the end of the bottle, and it fell off and dumped into my printer inkwell, so I had to clean it out. And I think what I'm going to do is kind of ink this a little bit so I can see it better, what I'm doing, and you can see what I'm doing. And I'm sure most of you know how to do this, but for those of you who are new, you might want to learn. And I'm going to do this way. I'm going to take my big scissors, and I'm just going to I'm going to hold it here, and I'm just going to barely cut along the edge here. You just want a little teeny cut. Just a sliver all the way up to that cut right there, to that fold. that crease. Now I suppose if you wanted to, you could have measured this, but it was like 10 and a quarter inches or something. I'm just not into measuring out 3 into that. It's just easier for me to fold it this way. So here we go. Now, what you have here is a little thing like this, and we're going to make it into a tag shape. And I know everybody knows how to do that. But you can watch me do it anyway. There's no other way to do this except to watch me. And I get confused which way it goes, so I have to put it back over there and then tip it back over. I talked to my really good friend yesterday. Her birthday was the 29th and mine was the 2nd. And we've been friends since we were 5 or 6 years old. We don't know exactly how old we were. My grandpa took me into Sunday school, sat me down next to her, and said, "Here's a friend for you." Now, we didn't live there. This was in Salt Lake City. We didn't live there. At the time, we were living in Florida, but every summer we went to Salt Lake for 30 days when my dad got his 30-day leave in the Air Force. And so I guess he thought I needed somebody to be friends with, and she lived just up the street from where he lived. Of course, they wouldn't have let me walk up there by myself because I'd have to cross a street that was kind of busy. But she and I have been friends ever since. We figure we've been friends for either 70 or 71 years, one or the other. And I know that's really something to have a friend for that long. And we don't talk that often. That's what's really funny. We talk about once or twice a year at the most. We keep saying we're going to talk more, but we don't. But when we talk, we're just back where we were. We're always there. We always know what the other one's up to. She's been divorced for years, and I've been a widow for a couple of years now. I'd like to be able to go see her, but she lives outside of Boise, Idaho, and getting the flight up there is just ridiculous, so I don't know. Maybe I will. Maybe at some point I'll get to go up there, or maybe we can meet somewhere in between, but then we'd have to pay for a hotel or something, so I don't know. We'll have to see what we can do. Okay, so what we have here is tags. And because they're cut like this, you can open them up and have all this journaling space. Now you could line this if you want to, put something on it so that it's not plain. And I think that I might just stencil on it. If I can grab a stencil here without too much effort. This is 30-pound paper, so I didn't really want to line it. It would make it too heavy. It would make it way heavy for this. So let me see here. Where's my brush? And maybe I'll use a different color. Not that I have colors, but this one's called Antique Linen. It's supposed to be a little bit lighter than what I've been using, I think. So let me see how it works out on this. So how's the weather in your area? Ours is cooled down at night, but it's still warm in the daytime. We're up in the 70s, which isn't bad. That's kind of good, I think. I like 70s. It would be nice if it was like that all the time. I used to live in a place where it was like that just about year-round. The average temperature used to be 68 degrees year-round, but it had gotten hotter warmer in the summer and colder in the winter before we moved out here. That was in California. Loved the place we lived. Didn't love California that much. Taxes were getting too heavy and too expensive. And for those of you that still live there, that's fine. It's a beautiful place. I miss it in a way. But I love it here also. This is my kind of area. Of course, I lived in Florida from the time I was 2 till I was 10, so I kind of like the South anyway. Just don't want those hurricanes. And we don't get that here. We get tornadoes. And we have had high winds from the hurricanes. All right, I think that looks pretty good. Oh, get a wet one and wipe off my stencil real quick so it doesn't stay gunky before I put it away. If I don't do it now, I won't do it. I'll forget. Wet wipes are wonderful, aren't they? Years ago, my daughter-in-law, I spilled something down the front of me. She handed me a wet wipe and said, "Wipe it off, it'll help." And it did. I don't know. I don't remember what I spilled, but it was something that I thought was going to stain my shirt, and it didn't do it. All right. Now this can fold down like this, and in, and in, and we have a tag with extra places in it. Kind of a hidden type thing, and I want to do some decorating on it. So, did everybody have a good Halloween? If you do Halloween. I know a lot of people don't. They don't like Halloween. They don't do it. I don't have any trick-or-treaters come here. I live on a little 2-lane road in the country, and the trick-or-treaters just don't come here. I have little kids that live down the road from me, but they never come here to trick-or-treat. And I don't blame them, because the road isn't, it's like I said, it's a little 2-lane road, and people, speed limit is supposed to be 35. And I've probably mentioned it before, but the only time I saw anybody going nearly that slow, and maybe slower, was last year when we got iced. The road was iced. It was very icy, and it wasn't even black ice. It was just plain ice. No, that's not the right pink. I don't know if I've got one that's the right pink. Nope. It was just a solid sheet of ice out on the road. And we have some big trees up and down this street, so I'm sure they contributed to it. And people actually went the speed limit for a change. It was quite nice. I'm going to put this away. I don't know where it came from. That's why I'm holding on to it, if you wondered. There it goes. Goes in there. All right, and I need something to put on here. Ooh. Those are too light, I think. I have oh my goodness, I have all kinds of things in here. These ladies are a little bit small. For that butterfly. Oh, they got stuck together somehow. Let's see about those. I don't know. I haven't been through all of this. I don't know what all's in here. Now that's a good color. That would work. Let me see if there's something else I like. Well, that one I think works better. I'm having a dilemma of whether to go away for Christmas or not. And I just don't know whether I want to be bothered. Nope, that's too little. Too insignificant. I didn't realize this tin had all these in it. I think I opened it when I got it from Temu and looked at it, kind of, but didn't look at it, you know what I mean? And there are lots of things in here. Lots of ladies doing lots of things. Oh, now is this one better? Nope, I still like this one. Okay. Put the lid back on that, and let's see if we have some words. Maybe a stamp or a ticket or something. A label. Number. Maybe I have a stamp that would work. I'm running out of room for all my little boxes. I've got to get better storage area, better shelves next to me. Well, the colors go, but I don't know whether I like that or not. I was kind of hoping I had one of these that would look good on there. One of these smaller ones. Maybe that one. Although it's kind of bright around the edges. Wonder if I can ink it a little bit and have it dulled down some. Yes, that'll help. And I still haven't decided yet whether these are stickers. Some of them I pulled apart and I thought they were stickers, and they weren't. But they're kind of thick, so they ought to be stickers. I don't know. Does that look any better? I don't know that I like it at all. Let me see if I have a word. And I've got more to decorate in here than these. Well, those colors don't quite go together. Does that go better with it? Not quite. Maybe. Actually, this one in the middle looks like it might go with it. I'm looking for the color, not particularly what it says. Oh, here's some more that are kind of that peachy color. Oh, I like that. Always take the scenic route. I can put that up the side. Or be awesome today, but I think I'll do always take the scenic route. And I got it on crooked, of course. And it may or may not come up. It did. Yay. Some of these, you go to pull them up and they take up everything with them. Okay. I'm thinking that's all I'm going to put on there. It's the girl and the butterfly and the little phrase. But that poor girl looks so lost down there. Maybe she should be up there. And the butterfly should be down here. No, because then she's lost up there in the top. I don't know. We'll see. I may not like this when I've got it done, but that's the way it goes. Well, she's kind of hidden there, but she's pretty, so I think it works. Oh, I got some more pink things today. Well, that's okay. We're good with this right now. What do you think? I think that looks pretty good. Now I need to find something to put on at least one of the others. Now this could be glued in to your journal, or it can be put in a pocket as a tag, and then it's kind of a surprise because it's got so much space on it to write. You could even cover this with some writing paper if you wanted to. I think I'll decorate the back of the tag. Oh, look at all the flowers back here. I don't know that I like that back there either. Maybe this one would look good back there with something else, because the color matches so well. I'm going to ink around it and see what happens. And it looks like I need to cut it a little better here. Trim it off a little bit. I have all those fancy scissors, but this is really tiny little things on there. All right, that works on there. Do I want another phrase on here? I have one that says, "Be awesome today." Let's put that on there with the stamp, and I think that's good for this one. And I would ink the little saying, except I've tried it before and it's almost impossible to ink those. They're so thin and small. Hope I'm in view here. I keep forgetting that I can't use my whole mat unless I raise my camera up. Okay, we're going to put that there. And I kind of think I'd like the whole stamp to be a little grungy, or not quite so bright white. That's funny, but the ink on these brushes just doesn't stay on there very long, or stay. I can't tell if it's doing anything or not. Yeah, it is. Okay, that's better. It's not quite so bright white when everything else is kind of beigey behind it. Okay, now what do I want to do? If you're going to make one of these, you might want to think about it before you get going, like me. Before you get this far, you might want to do something. I don't know whether I want to do something on every page or not. What do you think? Do I need to do something on every page? That's the front, that's the back. This is when you open it up. Yeah, it could use something. It could use something to make it interesting, huh? I don't like boring. Boring ephemera. Don't like it. All right, this one's next. This one here. Let me see if I've got a label or something that would look good on there. I don't know. I have a lot of stuff here, but I don't know whether I need to get it put where I can get to it easier. Red precipitate poison, Pioneer Drugstore. That'd be kind of a unexpected thing. I think that might work on one of the inner ones. I'm not seeing much here that I want to use, except that one maybe. All right, let's look at tickets. And I can look at numbers too. And other things. Let's look at the tickets first. I put the stamps back. I'm done with those. I might wish I'd looked at these first. Hope you can see them. I need to get them in the camera, don't I? That's almost like a little tag on there. I don't know whether I like that or not. Let me see what I have here. No, don't want that. I want something with a border on it, I think. So it's got to be one of these things with the borders. And I don't think I want green. Nope. That's the wrong pink. All right. I think this one wins out, or that one. Nope, this one wins out. I don't have to cut the border off of that one, off of this one. I'll get that on there. Well, that's not the wrong color. It would give it a little bit of interest. You'd have to be very good eyes to read it, but it does give it some interest. And that might work on one of the inner ones. Little piece of music. Put in here. Oh, and one of these might be okay, because it could be written on. All right, done with that. Whoops, get my dry wipe in here. And okay, tickets. I have a variety of tickets. I got most of these from Temu, and they're just kind of fun. I think if I ink around this one, it'll be better. Of course. And then that ticket on there with it. Yes, and that'll take care of that page. And this one is a sticker. I'm not getting that on very straight, am I? I can't tell exactly what's straight because I did cut out that little sliver. Come on. I think that's better. Okay, and I'm assuming this is a ticket also, or a sticker. I'm pretty sure it is. Yep, it's a sticker. Okay, have one of them done. Two more. Put my pin back in my glue because it dries out so fast. And let's see if we have another ticket for in here somewhere. Could go that way. Oh. Have something else in there that could work on one of these. And I think I'm going to glue this on here because it can be written on and it kind of goes with the colors. Could be more journaling space. And this can all go in my ephemera box for future use. I guess the time change happens tomorrow. I wish they'd just pick a time and stick with it. I just hate it when it changes back. Messes everything up. I used to work in a nursing home, and the poor people in the nursing home, they had forgotten, most of them, what the time change was. And so now their dinner time and breakfast time and lunch time and everything was all messed up, and their poor stomachs weren't up for that. I could still put this on here with this, couldn't I? Just to be kind of funny. I think I will. Sorry, I'm trimming this off out of the camera edge so I can put the scraps in the trash. I should just grab my scrap box. My trash box. Okay. I just think that's kind of funny to have that on there. Red precipitate poison, Pioneer Drug Store. Don't know what that was. Don't know if I want to know what it was or is. And I'm going to put that right in there. And then this is a little sticker, and it's going to go down here at the bottom. Or kind of there. And it says full call, and then I can't read the rest of it. It's such tiny writing. I imagine people with young eyes might be able to read it, but I can't. Even with my trifocals, I can't read the little stuff. But that's okay. It works. Okay. What do you think? Is this something you might want to make in the future? Do I want to put a number on something? Numbers are always good. I need to print some more of these out. I don't remember where I got them. They might be from Shabby Dabby Doodah or somewhere else. I don't know. Those are too big. Yep, these are all the big ones. I need to print out small ones, more small ones. Oh, maybe I have some down here in the bottom. That would work. And that would work. All right. Here I thought I was done, and I'm not done. This one definitely needs a little trim. And ink. I can add more ink to my fingers, right? After all this yellow ink on me, what the heck, who cares? Now, do I want the black one over here? And that one there? Yeah, I think I do somehow. It kind of balances out the dark over there. I know I'm wishy-washy, but that's life. Okay. And I guess I'll ink this to get rid of the white edges. I'm going to try and figure out how to get my Cricut to fussy cut for me, because I got a lot of things to fussy cut for the Christmas journals that I want to make. And oh, good, put the pin in it before you use it. And I don't like to fussy cut, so I'm going to try. There's some people on online that have tutorials, so I'm going to try and figure it out. I don't know. I hope I can. It would be so much better than having to fussy cut them out. Okay, I think that's it for today. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate all those who have subscribed to my channel, new subscribers, and thank you to all those who are new to coming and watching my channel, and all you people that have been here all along. I thank you too. I have lots of people that are good people that watch what I do, and I thank you for it. I think that's kind of a cute idea. I'll see you next time. Bye.